Welcome to the Holler Neighbors Power Outage Edition. Okay, guys, so we usually do a live stream on Thursday. And this week I'm taking the week off of some things. So I've done some pre-recording. And the one thing we couldn't figure out how to do was the Holler live stream.
I'm not putting it underneath my beard.
He just blew out the candle. Like, what the
that.
hell? He just blew out the candle. Like, dude,
I'll
do you
fix
not
it.
know how air works?
No.
Okay, anyway, so it's Sunday. We're pre-recording this. We're going to release it Thursday. And the power went out again. And this one's really cool.
Look, it's all fixed.
You say that. You weren't the one that drove over a power line.
So Patrick, our buddy at MT Knives, told me that, like, if the power blinks 3 times, just be ready for a power outage, because what it's doing is testing the circuit when it pulses like that. And if the circuit's still not working, because it could just be a branch touching it and then it's fine or something, then it goes out. Well, that totally happened. It blinked 3 times, power came back on. I started unplugging the TV and everything because I'm like, oh, the power's going out now. Sure enough, power goes out. Tactical goes down the road. What do you find at base camp?
Don't blow it
Keep
out.
that away from my beard.
They think I'm gonna, like, burn their beards off. Anyway.
Yeah,
That's
so
dangerous.
we have a thing around here, Nighthawk chainsaw.
Do you think I not know about hair flamey uppy? I'm from the Michael Jackson era. He caught himself on fire when I was a kid.
Not beard hair.
Whatever.
Not within my circle of concern.
Okay, go ahead. Anyway, so he goes down the road.
And I just key up on Zella and I'm like, Nighthawk chainsaw.
Tree in the road.
There's a tree, like, it wasn't completely across the road, but it was in the road, enough so that if you hit it, it was also a really bad spot because it was across a bridge. So I catch a break in the rain, grab one of my razor sharp, it's not like MT Knives razor sharp, but it is a razor sharp machete, go down there, whack through this branch, just shove it into the creek to get it out of the road, and I turn around to walk back up and, like, almost step on a power line and stop, and I'm like, oh my god, I almost stepped on a power line.
Okay, so let's talk about situational awareness and power lines and storms. Next time, what should you do differently before you start moving the tree that's hiding the power line?
I didn't realize the power lines were actually down.
Why not? Because he didn't look at the
covered
poles.
up with a tree.
The pole would have given you the visual cue.
It was raining.
So basically, a tree fell, pulled a power line down. It's across the road. One side's at his house on the pole. One side's at his house on the pole. They're both ripped off. If you would have looked at the pole, you would have seen like this array of wires sticking out.
No, they're all down.
Oh, they're all down.
They're
Anyway,
all down.
So, yeah, dude, when trees go down, they can take out power lines, and sometimes in some unexpected ways, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Usually there's not power to them when that happens, and apparently there wasn't because he's not dead. So we called the power company, and their phone lines were giving the following message. That line's not available. So I had to call the same power company in a different city, tell them what was up, and then it routed me to the right place, and now they know there's a power line in the middle of the road here, but they haven't been out yet to fix it. So we don't know how long we'll be out of power because it's enough damage it'll take some time to fix on their 2 houses. They could just disconnect their 2 houses, right? And then everybody else can have power?
No. If they disconnect my house, everybody else can have power.
Yeah, part of the problem is...
Lucky me.
How much is in your freezer?
There's a pole.
Not too much.
Oh, that's good.
That's worth keeping anyways.
Okay.
Pig might be getting a couple extra meals.
Okay.
But there is a pole where the main power line comes through the holler, and the problem is his house taps off of that pole, and when it took his lines out, all of the support cables are dangling down and touching the rest of the power lines, and I can also see frayed wires on top of the transformer, so it's not something that they can just like flip a switch and turn back on. They gotta do something with those other support cables.
And we have a second wave of storms coming through tonight, but not apparent. From what I've heard to the west of us, it's not as bad as that first round. So, from what I heard from other people, it was about 7 minutes of intense straight line winds. Did we see straight line winds here?
I don't think so.
I mean, it was windy and rainy, but not bad, and it knocked over the tree, but...
Apparently it was enough to knock the branch down that took out the power line.
That tree was gonna go anyway.
Yeah, it was a pretty sad little tree, but... and
not
it's
the
funny,
way I was expecting.
Yeah, 2 years ago when they came through and took out all the trees on the power lines, that one was already that way. I don't know why they didn't take that one out, actually. But be that as it may, I think because we're in a pretty steep ravine, a holler, the Holler homestead, winds tend to be really strong higher up on the ridge than where we are. So we got winds, like we had some dramatic winds, but not too bad, except for the part where we don't have power again.
It wasn't like scary that I was gonna get blown away.
So the good news is I recorded all my podcasts today except for one. I have the notes, but not the podcast. I kind of ran out of time. And that means this won't inhibit the podcast delivery because I just have to have internet long enough to upload it, and I'm pretty sure with the generator I can have internet long enough to upload it, right?
Yep, hopefully.
Yeah, so there we go. So what else is going on in Holler News? How's your purpose going?
It's going good.
Yeah? What's your purpose again?
An enabler.
Enabler so that what?
Pretty much so help people be able to help themselves.
Help themselves do what?
Better their lives.
Okay.
Take stress off themselves.
And how do you know, like if you were to be cryogenically frozen for 10 years and your empowering were to be successful and you woke up, how would you know you'd been successful?
I don't know.
This is what it's like to live by me. It sucks. I always ask questions like that, right?
Why don't you give me any warning for these questions?
It's more fun to watch you do that.
I beg to differ. I really beg to differ right now.
Like, how would the world be different, though?
And of course, the cat's gonna knock the tripod.
It's fine.
That would be funny.
There are animals here.
laugh.
She already did.
You must have.
So,
yes,
He was still rolling over the question.
like, can you think of some people that you've already, like, pushed a little bit and where you think they might be in 10 years?
Some.
And can you give one of them a fictional name?
Jan.
Huh?
Jan.
Jan?
Jan.
Okay.
Fictional name of Jan.
So, where is Jan now?
Should be in her house.
And what's the issue?
She has a solid roof over most of her house at this point.
Okay, and?
A lot less stress on her about that.
Okay, so 10 years from now, what does that mean for her?
Still has a solid roof on there.
And what else has changed?
She doesn't have to worry about that part.
What else? And because of that, what was she able to do?
Focus on other stuff.
What other stuff do you think she would focus on?
I don't know. I would have to ask her.
I mean, what do you think? You know her well enough to know what you think she would focus on.
I already know who this fictional character
Me
is.
too, that's why I'm asking the question.
One of the things that
He's
they've
busted.
been talking about.
I don't know.
Debt payoff, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah? And if her debt's paid off, what's that mean for the family?
They're able to move forward and other stuff.
Like what? Paying for kids' college?
I guess.
What else do you think they might pay for?
I don't know.
Guess.
A new car.
A new car? You think they want a new car?
Probably not.
No. What do you think they want? Seriously.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Really?
Yes.
What do you think they want, Tactical?
Bees.
Bees.
Bees?
Yeah.
Really?
Bees.
Yeah.
I must have missed that conversation.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Apparently you did.
What else do you think? So 10 years from now, roof is over their head because he's redone their roof. They don't have to worry about money as much because they don't have to hire some expensive to do their roof. Where do you think they are?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh. They're definitely in a better financial situation because I know
Yeah.
what was done to fix the majority of their roof, and I know how much it costs to pay to have a roof redone.
Yeah, me too. Unfortunately.
And it takes off a huge financial burden, and it also takes off a huge stress burden, and allows you to focus and think about things other than, oh my god, if we get a bad storm, water damage and flooding and all this other stuff, and then where are we going to be financially after that?
But where are they? Not what does it do? Where are they, do you think? Do you think the primary breadwinner has a different job?
That I actually don't know.
What do you think would happen? What do you think will happen?
I don't know. He seems to like his current job.
Mm.
And it's relatively close to their house, so I don't necessarily see him changing jobs, but...
So what do you see them doing that makes them happier?
Maybe focusing on growing more of their own food?
Maybe growing more of their own food. Could be.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a nice chicken coop, turkey coop, whatever you want to call it up there.
Yep, getting other things done and other things taken care of so that every day is a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, they already have the proper size mailbox. Anyway. Okay, so here we are. Power outage for the second time in 2 months. Like, what the hell? I haven't had power outage problems since I moved here until you two got here.
I think she's blaming us for
What's
this
up
one.
with that? And where does this problem originate? Which two houses?
Oh.
Your two houses are the problem.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying.
That tree could have come down anywhere.
Technically,
why are you
it's
blaming
not
me?
mine. Technically, it's his.
Technically, it's not mine because I'm still
Well, technically yours is ours, but still.
Yeah, it's your fault.
No, it's not. The power line got ripped off going to your house.
Yeah, but guide wires are down in your yard that are hooked up to the power cables in your yard.
Yeah,
not mine. Mine's all down.
If your house wasn't there, then the power lines would have never gotten ripped down.
Anyway, like, what is it about you two about bringing power? Luckily, one of you brought a generator that works.
Yes. I did bring a generator that works.
Because we might be popping that out. Okay, so let's talk about this. So we have no power tonight. Right now in my living room, we have a bunch of candles and an oil lantern going.
And battery lantern over there.
And the battery lantern's going so the video works, but the light is kind of harsh, so that'll go off the minute this video goes off. And that's all well and good. Starting tomorrow morning, if the power's out, what's the protocol?
Pull the generators back out.
Yep.
Generator comes out. Which one? Big Kahuna? I now have a Honda that will run my well pump. Or the refrigerators, but not the well pump and the refrigerators.
Yeah.
But it weighs not very much.
Yeah, the Big Kahuna might come out to run down here.
Yeah.
But your little Honda's probably going to get strapped onto his four-wheeler.
Yeah.
So we can take it up to my house and run the fridge and freezer.
I thought we already had this conversation. I'm going to take the Toyota up the trail.
Well,
We just got to cut down that one sapling.
You're going to try to take the Toyota up the trail.
Okay, so...
That hasn't been done yet.
Wait. So my generator's going to your house to make sure your freezer's cold.
Correct.
Possibly.
And your fridge is fine because you don't have anything in it, right?
Aside from the beer keg.
The beer will be okay. And then, okay, so my generator, which is meant to be here, is going to go there. His generator, which is also here but much more powerful, we will put here to run multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then we will be on that cycle of cooling down the fridges and such and running the internet at the same time so I can upload this and my podcast and whatnot. And then off again because we don't want to just run it all the time because there's no reason to do that. And then if by the end of the day tomorrow there's still no power, what do we do?
Same thing.
For long haul.
Yeah, we set up for the long haul. Good thing gas is cheap right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are all our gas cans topped off?
Not all of them, but we definitely have more than we need for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it might be time to top off the gas cans because gas is $1.50 a gallon right now.
Yeah.
That's a different story. That's because like the gas prices have gone way down, and you might as well just top off your gas storage.
Yeah.
There's no point in doing the 12-can cycle thing right now.
Yeah, on a side note, I found a bunch of gas cans that were empty up at my house too.
Oh, so you need to top those off too?
Yes. Of course, I can't get my car out of the driveway right now because I got the guide
Wait.
wires across and car's kind of stuck.
Somebody drove his car off the driveway today and got it stuck. What are you talking about?
So you're going to town with me tomorrow?
You coming to town with me? Because I'm going to Cookville in the morning.
I'm going to Smithville.
Okay, I need your truck to go to Cookville.
I have 2 trucks.
Okay, I need the big truck.
You're going to have the big truck. I'm going to take the little truck.
Fine. The other thing that happened, guys...
I'm taking the fun truck.
So, I actually kind of feel like a friend died. My gym went out of business. And somebody was just trying to make me feel good. They're like, well, you can still get a workout. And I'm like, I know. It's not the same. It's the people at the gym, not the gym itself. So, I had found a gym family that was a bunch of people who were kind of like our Living Free in Tennessee network, where they're empowers, they're doers, and they're not judgers. So, you know, kind of bulky me can go to the gym with skinny weightlifting people and nobody cares. We just do our workout. And I learned a lot there about just taking care of myself and prioritizing my own fitness over life stresses. Well, and a lot of why this gym is this way is who the owners are personality-wise. Well, they've gone out of business as of last week because of coronavirus shutting everything down here. So the revenue loss they experienced was too much, and they decided to shut down the gym. And so I'm going to go see them for the last time tomorrow. And they were selling all their equipment, so I bought a rower because, yes, I can get a workout here. It's just not the same. So I'm going to go there and be a little sad with your truck because the rower won't fit in my Versa.
I guess anyone that ratchet straps is strapping on top.
Oh my gosh. We do not want the Concept 2 coming out of the truck. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's happening, but there's no power here, so I may show up unshowered.
So does that mean we gotta be a cheer squad when she's on the rower now?
Apparently.
Does that mean what?
We have to be a cheer squad when you're on the rower.
Cheer squad? No. Fuck that. Oh, I just said the F-bomb on YouTube.
You might want to edit that out. I thought you were keeping this family friendly.
I like to, but man, you guys.
I think we poked her a little too hard.
You poked me a little too hard.
Mission
I'm
accomplished.
that sad about my gym. I said the F-bomb. Yeah. Okay, so this week, what's on your to-do list?
Finish the barn?
This barn has been an ongoing problem.
Yes.
But he got all 6 posts in.
Yep. I do have all the posts in. I set the last 3 today.
Was it 6 or 7 or 8?
6, 7.
Also,
7, right?
we
Yeah,
do
7.
need a new solution for this situation right here.
We need more.
No. Do you know the problem with this situation that's about to happen?
We need more.
What's happening with this wall this week?
Oh.
I can take my chainsaw to it.
No, but the wall is being removed, and we need to put those thermostats somewhere.
I just mounted one of those thermostats.
That's a good thing you didn't mount any more.
Oh, I wanted to.
Now we gotta find another wall to mount them to.
I heard we're getting 2 more.
Wow, we're in quite the collection. So yeah, this week he's finishing a barn. He's been like, my neighbor's barn was starting to sink on one side, and he's redoing the posts and rehanging the lumber on the outside. What are you doing this week, Mr. Redneck?
Probably more plant stuff.
Probably more plant stuff, and he's gonna find a solution for what we're gonna hang those thermostats on.
Apparently.
I'm gonna get rid of a wall.
The boss has dictated that I'm gonna find a place to put the thermostats.
This wall is a problem. You know why? We're sitting in the living room. On the other side of this wall is my kitchen. Do you know what happens when people come here? What do I do? What do I do?
You're in the kitchen and everybody else is in here.
I'm in the kitchen and everybody else is here and I can't see them. So we're going to make it so that I can see people in the living room from the kitchen. And the bonus is the wood stove's over there. So when we heat this room, it also heats that room.
Heat's overrated.
I like heat.
Heat's overrated.
And when the air conditioning is running, it cools that room.
Heat's still overrated.
You're just sticking to a point because you don't want to argue about air conditioning. So that's what they're doing. I am actually taking this week to focus on one thing per day without any interruption so that I can like leapfrog ahead on some projects I've been wanting to work on. Some of them are in the house and plant related and reorganizing related, and others are related to customers and websites and books I'm writing. So that's what's going on here. Any other questions before we sign off?
What's the terminal airspeed velocity of a coconut-laden swallow?
Okay, guys, with that, the horror stories and the powerless Holler homestead are done. We don't have any scary stories tonight?
Your cat might knock the tripod over.
These guys are not feeling very creative tonight.
Have you looked at us and we're still asking for more scary stories?
Was the part that I drove over a power line not scary enough?
They're so literal. I don't get it. I don't get how we're friends, but we are, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, stay safe out there. And, yeah. We were basically made for power outages, so we're good. And make it a great week.